So first up, how have you found the reaction to the show from fans who have been hugely supportive of the show for the first 2 seasons?
Man, the fans are going crazy. The fans been asking me for this season forever. I feel like this wait has been so long. I don't know exactly how long it's been since we filmed, or since we gotten off of air, but I feel like I haven't been on air for like 3 years, like 2-3 years. But the fans are going crazy. The support is insane. They haven't stopped asking me to drop this season till this day. So I'm finally happy that it will be out next week. So they can stop asking me to drop it because I have no control over it. I can't drop them for them. But yeah, the fans are going crazy. And I feel like they're gonna go like the craziest this season. This season might bring out a lot out of the fans this season.
Amazing. And then tell us about Tariq going into season 3. Where do we find him?
Man, Tariq. We find him going through a lot, of course, as it is for the beginning of any other season. He's always starting the season going through some stuff. But obviously after the heist, like the mission with Monet and everybody at Mecca's house, they got the ring and everything. He was on surveillance camera, so he has to keep that in the back of his mind. He has to cover up his tracks. Also, while trying to figure out who he's going to work for next, because obviously, Mecca was the plug, and now he's gone. So they're figuring out who's going to be their next, their next connect, who's going to be the next venture. So he's in a pretty, he's like in the thinking space, he's trying to brainstorm. He's trying to figure out what's next for him, what's next for Brayden, what's next for Effie, what's next for the whole team. So he's definitely in that mode. He's in that brainstorming mode right now.
Right. And then how excited and surprised were you by the journey of Tariq, not just in season 3, but from where you started out with him?
Man, the journey of Tariq is literally just like, I can't even put it into words. It's still unreal to me to this day. Like I still like, I think about like what I was doing in, the original series Paolo, like season 1 and season 2, and then looking at the stuff I was doing then, and then looking at what I'm doing now. It's like, how did I end up here? I still can't believe it to this day. It's honestly unbelievable. It's a blessing though, and I'm glad, man. I'm just keep working at it. I'm gonna keep doing it. This is definitely a blessing.
Amazing. And then the show has been a real roller coaster so far. How has that been for you with all of the ups and downs and surprises and shocks?
Man, it just keeps me into it. Like it keeps me excited, especially like, as far as like the writers and getting new scripts after the episodes. Like after every episode, I'm ready for the next script. I'm super excited, especially for the table reads and everything. It's just like they just do such a great job. They leave off of every episode like just making you want a lot more, and then it's just like, damn, now we gotta wait till the next episode. But the ups and downs in the Ghost universe is something to be a part of. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of emotions. It's a lot of anger. It's a lot of laughter. It's a lot of happiness. It's everything. It's a great thing to be a part of.
Easy. And then what's been your favorite thing about playing Tariq, and what's been the most challenging?
My favorite thing about playing Tariq is just stepping out of like Michael for a second and just being a complete menace to society. I just like being, like a menacing character. It's just fun, like who doesn't want to play the bad guy? I guess not really the bad guy, but still kind of the bad guy at the same time. But yeah, I mean, I just like being a menace. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. What was your second part to the question?
What's the most challenging thing about playing Tariq?
Most challenging, I would have to say, I wouldn't say this is like the most challenging part of playing Tariq. I would just say this is obviously one of the most challenging things I've had to do while playing Tariq. Obviously, killing Ghost was super challenging. It was just like, how do y'all expect me to do this? But just being, just the kid that he is, the stuff that he goes through, kind of like putting myself in that body is kind of like it's different. I wouldn't say it's challenging, but it's definitely something different. He has a lot of trauma. He has a lot of things that he's went through. So when I put myself in the Tariq mode, I channel all of that, and then just like, I know it just feels different. It's just like a weird, crazy feeling. I don't know. It's weird.
Amazing. And then will you be sad to say goodbye to the show when its conclusion comes along?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. That's gonna be a super, super sad moment. I mean, I've been working on this for 10 years now, almost 10, 11 years now. So it's just like for something like this to come to an end, like we have a family now. Like we built the whole family, the crew, cast, everybody's like super close. We all bonded so closely. So to finally come to the end and not come to set every day and like to look forward to working with these people every day is definitely gonna be pretty emotional for me. I'm gonna be sad for sure.
And then are there things that you've learned playing this part and being part of this series that you will take forward in your career?
Oh, I've learned countless things. Countless things. Especially like being on Paolo. Like being on Paolo, you learn so many like real life things, you know what I'm saying? Like just from being on set, not even like learning from other actors and all my other coworkers, even just the scripts alone, like you kind of just see like how humans work and how you should navigate in this world of crazy people. And it's just like it's different. It definitely built my character as a person, just being a part of it. And then obviously working alongside people like Omari, working alongside people like Joseph and Notori and 50 Cent. I've learned countless things from them as well. One thing I learned from 50 that I tell everybody, because this is like kind of what I live by. Like this is something I feel like a lot of people should live by. You don't feel too entitled to something to where you deprive yourself. Can't feel too entitled to where you deprive yourself. Because when you're entitled to, maybe there's like a role that you want, you're entitled to that. You're like, no, I want to do that. I should be doing that. There's a whole nother role out there looking for you. That might be 10 times better than the role that you feel like you're entitled to. So can't deprive yourself while being entitled. You got to just explore all your options. But yeah, it's just so many things I learned. It's like a masterclass being on this show, honestly.
Amazing. Well, those are all the questions I had for you today, but thanks so much for your time.
Of course. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey